Namaste, Zanoni Snowflake here. Welcome, beautiful people. Chapter 7 of The Mastery of Love, a practical guide to the art of a relationship, a Toltec wisdom book. Neve Debs Snowflake Coleman YouTube channel has the previous chapters on it in a playlist, or you can scroll down our page and you'll find it on there as well. Seven, the Dream Master. Every relationship in your life can be healed. Every relationship can be wonderful, but it's always going to begin with you. You need to have the courage to use the truth, to talk to yourself with the truth, to be completely honest with yourself. Perhaps you don't have to be honest with the whole world, but you can be honest with yourself. Perhaps you cannot control what is going to happen around you, but you can control your own reactions. Those reactions are going to guide the dream of your life, your personal dream. It's your reactions that make you so unhappy or make you so happy. Your reactions are the key to having a wonderful life. If you can learn to control your own reactions, then you can change your routines and you can change your life. You are responsible for the consequences of whatever you do, think, say, and feel. Perhaps it's hard for you to see what actions caused the consequence, what emotions, what thoughts, but you can see the consequence because you are suffering the consequence or enjoying the consequence. You control your personal dream by making choices. You have to see if you like the consequence of your choices or not. If it's a consequence you enjoy, then keep doing what you are doing. Perfect. Parfait. Perfect. But if you don't like what is happening in your life, if you aren't enjoying your dream, then try to find out what is causing the consequences you don't like. This is the way to transform your dream. Your life is the manifestation of your personal dream. If you can transform the program of your personal dream, you can become a dream master. Yes, a dream master. A dream master creates a masterpiece of life. But to master the dream is a big challenge because humans become slaves of their own dreams. The way we learn to dream is a setup, with all the beliefs we have that nothing is possible. It's hard to escape the dream of fear. In order to awake from the dream, you need to master the dream. That is why the Toltecs created the mastery of transformation, to break free of the old dream and to create a new dream where everything is possible, including escaping from the dream. In the mastery of transformation, the Toltecs divide people into dreamers and stalkers. The dreamers know that the dream is an illusion, and they play in that world of illusion, knowing it's an illusion. The stalkers are like a tiger or a jaguar, stalking every action and reaction. You have to stalk your own reactions. You have to work with yourself every moment. It takes a lot of time and courage, because it's easier to take things personally and react the way you always react. And that leads you to a lot of mistakes, to a lot of suffering and pain, because your reactions only generate more emotional poison and increase the drama. If you can control your reactions, you will find that soon you are going to see, meaning to perceive things as they really are. The mind normally perceives things as they are, but because of all the programming, all the beliefs we have, we make interpretations of what we perceive, of what we hear, and mainly of what we see. There's a big difference between seeing the people see in the dream. There's a big difference between seeing the way people see in the dream and seeing without judgment, as it is. The difference is in the way your emotional body reacts to what you perceive. For example, if you are walking on the street and someone who doesn't know you says, "You're stupid, you're so stupid," and walks away, you can perceive and react to that in many ways. You can accept what that person said and think, "Yes, I must be stupid." You can get mad or feel humiliated, or simply ignore it. The truth is that this person is dealing with his own emotional poison, and he said that to you because you were the first person to cross his path. It has nothing to do with you. There is nothing personal there. If you can see that truth the way it is, you don't react. You can say, "Look at that person who is suffering so much." But you don't take it personally. This is just one example, but it applies to almost everything that happens in every moment. We have a little ego that takes everything personally, that makes us overreact. We don't see what is happening because we react right away and make it part of our dream. Your reaction comes from a belief that is deep inside you. The way you react has been repeated thousands of times, and it becomes a routine for you. You are conditioned to be a certain way, and that is the challenge. To change your normal reactions, to change your routine, to take a risk and make different choices. If the consequence is not what you want, change it again and again and again and again and again until you finally get the result you want. I have said that we never chose to have the parasite, which is the judge, the victim, and the belief system. If we know we didn't have a choice, and we have the awareness that it's nothing but a dream, we recover something very important that we lost. Something that religions call free will. Religions say that when humans were created, God gave us free will. This is true, but the dream took it away from us and kept it, because the dream controls the will of most humans. There are people who say, "I want to change, I really want to change. There is no reason for me to be so poor. I'm intelligent. I deserve to live a good life, to earn much more money than I earn." They know this, but that is what their mind is telling them. What do these people do? They go and turn the television on and spend hours and hours watching it. Then, how strong is their will? Once we have awareness, we have a choice. If we could have that awareness all the time, we could change our routines, change our reactions, and change our entire life. Once we have the awareness, we recover free will. When we recover free will in any moment, we can choose to remember who we are. Then, if we forget, we can choose again. If we have the awareness, but if we don't have the awareness, we have no choice. Becoming aware is about being responsible for your own life. You are not responsible for what is happening in the world. You are responsible for yourself. You didn't make the world the way it is. The world was already the way it is before you were born. You didn't come here with a great mission to save the world, to change the society. But surely you come with a big mission, an important mission. The real mission you have in life is to make yourself happy. And in order to be happy, you have to look at what you believe, the way you judge yourself, the way you victimise yourself. Be completely honest about your happiness. Don't project a false sense of happiness by telling everyone, look at me, I'm a success in life. I have everything I want. I'm so happy. When you don't like yourself. Everything is there for us. But first we need to have the courage to open our eyes, to use the truth and to see what really is. Humans are so blind, and they are blind because they don't want to see. Let's look at an example. A young woman meets a man and she feels a strong attraction for him right away. Her hormones go all the way up and she just wants the man. Yeah, she wants the man. All her girlfriends can see what this man is. He's on drugs. He's not working. He's got all those traits that make a woman suffer so much. But she sees him. And what does she see? She only sees what she wants to see. She sees that he's tall, he's handsome, he's strong, he's charming. She creates an image of the man and tries to deny what she doesn't want to see. She lies to herself. She really wants to believe the relationship will work. The girlfriends say, but he's on drugs, he's an alcoholic, he's not working. She says, yes, but my love is going to change him. Of course, her mother hates the man, and the father does too. Her parents are worried about her because they can see where she is going. They say, this is not a good man for you. The young woman says, you are telling me what to do. She goes against mum and against dad to follow her hormones, and she lies to herself, trying to justify her choices. It's my life and I'm going to do whatever I want to do. Months later, the relationship brings her back to reality. The truth starts coming out, and she blames the man for what she didn't want to see before. There's no respect. There's a lot of abuse. But now her pride is more important. How can she go back home when mum and dad were right? That will only give them satisfaction. How long will it take for this woman to learn the lesson? How much does she love herself? What is the limit of her self-abuse? All that suffering occurs because we don't want to see, and when it is so clear before our eyes. Even when we meet someone and he tries to pretend to be the best he can, even with that false mask, he cannot avoid presenting the lack of love, the lack of respect he has. But we don't want to see it, and we don't want to hear it. That is why an ancient prophet once said, there is no worse blind man than the one who doesn't want to see. There is no worse deaf man than the one who doesn't want to hear. And there is no worse madman than the one who doesn't want to understand. We are so blind, we really are. And we pay for that. But if we open our eyes and see life as it is, we can avoid a lot of emotional pain. It doesn't mean we don't take a risk. We are alive, and we need to take risks. And if we fail, so what? Who cares? It doesn't matter. We learn and we move on without judgment. We don't need to judge. We don't need to blame or feel guilt. We just need to accept our truth and intend a new beginning. If we can see ourselves the way we are, that is the first step towards self-acceptance, towards stopping the self-rejection. Once we are able to accept ourselves just the way we are, everything can start changing from that point forward. Everyone has a price, and life respects that price. But that price is not measured in dollars or in gold. Or Bitcoin. Shush! It is measured in love. More than that, it is measured in self-love. How much you love yourself, that is your price. And life respects the price. When you love yourself, your price is very high, which means your tolerance for self-abuse is very low. It's very low because you respect yourself. You like yourself the way you are, and this makes your price higher. If you don't like things about yourself, the price is a little lower. Excuse me. Sometimes the self-judgment is so strong that people need to numb just to be with themselves. If you don't like a person, you can walk away from that person. If you don't like a group of people, you can walk away from those people. But if you don't like yourself, it doesn't matter where you go, you are right there. To avoid being with yourself, you need to take something to numb you, to take your mind away from yourself. Perhaps some alcohol is going to help. Perhaps some drugs will help. Perhaps eating. Just eat. 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 The self-abuse can get much worse. There are people who really feel self-hatred. They are self-destructive, killing themselves little by little because they don't have the courage to kill themselves fast. If you observe self-destructive people, you will see they attract people just like them. What do we do if we don't like ourselves? We try to get numb with alcohol to forget our suffering. That's the excuse we use. Where are we going to get alcohol? We go to the bar to drink. And guess who's going to be there? People just like us, who try to avoid themselves also, who also try to get numb. We get numb together. We start talking about our suffering, and when we understand each other very well, we even start to enjoy it. We understand each other perfectly because we vibrate in the same frequency. We are both being self-destructive. And then I hurt you. You hurt me. A perfect relationship in hell. What happens when you change? For whatever reason, you no longer need the alcohol. It's okay now to be with yourself, and you really enjoy it. You no longer drink, but you have the same friends, and everyone's drinking. They get numb. They start getting happier. But you can clearly see that their happiness is not real. What they call happiness is a rebellion against their own emotional pain. In that happiness, they are so hurt that they have fun hurting other people and hurting themselves. You no longer fit in, and of course, they resent you because you are no longer like them. Hey, you've rejected me because you no longer drink with me, because you don't get high with me. Now you have a choice to make. You can step back, or you can go to another level of frequency and meet people who finally accept themselves like you do. You find there is another realm of reality, a new way of relationship. And you no longer accept certain kinds of abuse. Thank you Don Miguel Ruiz, and with the Mastery of Love. Thank you, listener. The next chapter will be chapter 8, and that is the biggest demon in hell, sex. So that'll be the next one we read. And now for us just to read number 16. 16 is the number of rebirth. 6 is unconditional love. 1 is new beginnings. And together they equal 7. Self-growth. And this is from the Journey of Love Oracle. So thank you to Alana Fairchild, Rasuli and Richard Cohn. You may just want to do a bit of buzzing and sounding in the moment to connect in. Buzz like a bee. You may wish to place a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly, or not, but you may wish to connect into your body and your heart somehow. You can sound out louder in your head, ah, A-H, ah, and that's the sound to connect you in with your heart. Heart of the moment. You are entering a time in your life where past and future are colliding. In this present moment, you have a powerful opportunity to decide how you wish to continue in a certain pattern of relating, or not. This may mean leaving a relationship or starting a new one, but even if you cannot yet make that decision with peace in your heart, you can still partake of the heart of this moment and decide how you shall choose to be. Will you speak? Will you choose to let go of shame and criticism, of judgment and anxiety, of loss and despair, and just be with your own heart now? Will you choose in this moment to trust yourself, even if that trust says you have to wait a while longer before you can make a more long-term decision? This is a time when you can alter your future, stepping into a relationship with another, with the divine, with yourself in a new way. Even the smallest choice for love is a step in the best direction. You have the heart of the divine within you. It's not too hard for you to choose love. Let go of the people who want you to choose jealousy or fear or doubt. Their games are not nearly as fun. Choose love, and who knows, maybe they'll join your party instead. This oracle brings you a message. You are in a transition zone in your life and relationships. It is one moment that will manifest as many opportunities, where one choice will open up many pathways to fulfillment for you. We always have the chance to create our future with our present choices. But at this time, you are in an especially fertile karmic period, having just come out of a cycle of learning and about to enter a new cycle. This is the time to be willing to take a chance or a risk to be happy within yourself, no matter what is going on around you. Your life is about to take a karmic turn, and you can feel peace in that knowing. And it's got a little poem here. So, Love provides the opportunity to express the core essence of our very nature. It touches us at a level of feeling beyond the human norm and renders our beings incapable of a feeling with greater depth or wonder. Love is the fabric of life. It is the substance that holds it all together and the magic that opens the unknown. It is the quality that speaks to our soul, that opens our heart, that excites our spirit and allows us in its presence to become something greater than ourselves, something more than we are alone. And just one more from the Oracle of the Seven Energies. Thank you, Colette Bowen-Reed. Let's heal our heart. 23. Healing the heart. Key concepts: healing, making amends, the willingness to release past pain, being responsible and accountable, taking time to get healthy, renewal and rebirth after suffering. When you are wounded emotionally, you need time to regroup and find your centre. You may have recently endured a breakup or betrayal, lost someone close to you, or lost an affiliation that you gave too much power to. Perhaps you're watching someone go through a difficult time and feel bad that you can't help them. Maybe you're still not over a past agreement. No matter the cause of this heartache, deep healing is called for. This happens on its own timetable and can never be rushed. The path to healing the heart centres on reciprocity, the flow of giving and receiving. Sometimes wounding occurs because we've become too dependent on another, and this is accompanied by the desire to manipulate or control an outcome. Both wounding and healing usually begin within, not from the outer conditions of our lives. We often believe we can be wounded only by others, but we do more damage to ourselves in the self-sabotaging way we think and behave. It is important to take steps to heal yourself and become willing to release the pain of the past, which can be tempting to revisit. It's time to take responsibility for your part in this healing journey. Look for ways you can help yourself and others.
Sun time.
Sun time! Are you willing to make amends if needed? Or, conversely, accept someone where they are without trying to influence their growth process? Healing the heart in all aspects is your priority now. Nothing else matters. Only beauty and goodness will come as the result. Embrace the solar plexus energies, Leo energies, flowing through this sun time energies that's just started. Absorbing it into your heart and down to your solar plexus and up to the sky and back down to Mother Gaia, the earth, to ground you in. Taking a few long, slow, deep breaths. Inhaling through your nose. She says, inhaling through her mouth and exhaling through your mouth. with a long releasing sigh. And then inhaling through your mouth. Buzzing out through your nose. And if you're like us, you have to have a shake and a wiggle of your head and your neck and your pelvis and your jaw. Wiggling your jaw really softly and gently and slowly. Forwards and backwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, forwards and backwards. Right and left, left and right, left and right, left and right. And then wiggle your jaw up and down. Down and up, down and up and down. And then do your pelvis, rocking from right to left and left to right and right to left, forwards and backwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, forwards and backwards. We're being guided to place our hands on our face. You may wish to do the same. Or over your ears. Well, one on the face and one on the ear. And swap. Big, deep inhalation for your nose, mouth and nose. Neighing as you go out. And visualise yourself grounding into Mother Gaia, flicking your fingers, gentle shake. And when you're ready, open your eyes if they're closed. And we're just going to come to an end there, because we never know what's going to happen. We're completely in a meditative state in these. And as you could hear then on our hand movements as we talked you through what to do if you are partaking in this, we got to a point where we had a shift, and that's when the sounding comes on, the buzzing comes on, and then whatever comes out. And there was a lovely ahhing sound out at the end there. So just to ground yourselves in, we're going to do ooh and end on 3 ohms. So now I'll say goodbye now. Namaste. So much gratitude and love from us, from our heart to yours, sending you these healing energies, transformational energies to facilitate you on your healing journey. Namaste. Ooh.